The trade recap for September 26th, the best trade of the day. Well, we had a very interesting morning. I'm going to talk about the plan that we had, how we were able to capitalize, and show you guys the trade right here in this video. So make sure you stay tuned. All right, so this morning at 9:21, I posted this, talked about it on the live stream, the idea of the Nasdaq moving down to the 14,750 area because of what we were seeing with the Bookmap. And how did that play out? Well, obviously, we ended up hitting that 14,750 area. As you can see today on the 15-minute chart, at the open, we basically sold down. We had this 750 level there for our target, and we went we were below the VWAP. We had this overall trend. We broke through that pivot there, and we sold right down there to a low so far. We've basically been bouncing off this 700 level, 14,700. And as you can see, we drew our little yellow lines on the chart there. And we got this move out of the open from the 830s down there to the 756s. It kind of chopped around here for a minute, had this little chop area, but we still had this breakdown, a beautiful breakdown here to the 725s there. So through the 50s, down there to the 725s. You can see my entries here as well, shorting there at the 813 level, getting that move down, covering right there. And then again, another short here. And then I actually tried to get that short, like I said, from the 75s down into the 50s. And I moved my stop down, ended up getting stopped out. It pushed right back up in there and then kind of chopped sideways here for a minute, and then ended up rolling off and getting all the way down there to the 725. So I was right there, just a little bit of chop, didn't get the clean move we were looking for, but we stayed below that 80 area. We talked about that on the live stream as well, you know, staying below that 80 area, the idea that we would then sell down and try to test that pivot point down there at the 720s. Pivot point at the 720s, we're stuck below yesterday's low. Think about that, right? We go, let's look at the 3-minute chart. That 780 area at this point here is yesterday's low. That's Monday's low. So 780, again, Monday's low, acting as resistance right here, selling down back to that pivot point at the 720s. There's a reason that I'm always trying to see, you know, where those pivot points are, where the previous day lows are, the highs, and all of that stuff. It's important to know where that's at. And using the Lux Algo indicator here, well, it displays all of that for me. You see on the 15-minute chart right now, down to that pivot point there. So I thought it was really interesting that we kind of turned that 750 area into like a level, basically bouncing around there. We saw on the Bookmap that big area of liquidity, over 100 contracts there before the market even opened. We talked about it before the market opened. We're like, hey, if this thing starts to break down, if we break down out of this triangle right here, well, I don't really see how this is not going to end up selling down. You can see that beautiful sell down there. We got stuck, tried to push up there to the 40s, got stuck, and then ended up just selling down, taking out that 750 area down there. So we had the plan before the market opened. We did it live on YouTube. We talked about it. We had over 2,000 people watching live on YouTube. If you guys are not tuning in, 7:15 a.m., make sure you tune in. The Bookmap, it can be very, very valuable. Very, very valuable, the Bookmap, to see where those big areas of liquidity are. Before the market even opened, we saw that 750 area sitting down there, and I'm like, hey, okay, well, it's sitting there. I think there's a chance that we touch it. I ended up putting that line there on the chart there as well before the market opened, just to show you guys, you know, a couple things to focus on here at open is we got below the VWAP. We broke below the 15-minute opening range. So let's just put that there and see how nice this was. We basically broke through the 15-minute opening range right there at 9:45. We sold down, and guess what? We turned that 15-minute opening range into resistance, and then we moved downtown here once again. So 15-minute opening range, you gotta love it. We've been loving it. We've been doing it live on YouTube. And well, there it is. The breakdown, the pivot points. We're using VWAP, using pivot points. This is all the stuff that we cover in the Market Flow Trader community. If you guys want to learn more, there's also a live stream all day long with Sage, one of our coaches in the Market Flow Trader community. So link down below if you want to learn more. And well, there it is. Pivot points, VWAP, 15-minute breakdown. Let's go.